So Father Lozano is a bit of a different character for you. What was it that made you want to don the black robes for this?
For me, I always like playing characters that like I grew up with or that I've seen. I actually really enjoy playing like some kind of somebody working in the government, because I'm like, when I was a kid, I used to read a lot about that, and most of the like action movies and stuff are like those, that it's a cop or it's an FBI guy or something like that, and I love those kind of movies. And I grew up Catholic, so we used to read about, we used to go to church. I got confirmed, I got baptism, like the whole thing, and then but the other side, the flip side to it, is like talking about the Antichrist, and exorcisms get talked about every once in a while, and we don't really know too much about them, but there's a possibility that they can exist. So that makes it scary, for people. And I know that it, like, growing up, seeing Rosemary's Baby, and just believing or being able to believe in, like, dark energy or whatever, it was just really interesting for me, and I wanted to, take a crack at it.
Oftentimes actors will bring something of themselves into a role, so what would you say are your most priest-like qualities?
I do believe in God, and I do pray. So that is about. I really try to hone in on that. Just make it simple, and play like a guy who's doing this for the first time. And so, like, there's confusion, there's fear, there's hoping that it doesn't enter into my sphere. How do I protect myself against this kind of thing, and so, but growing up, really, like, just pulling in from a lot of, like, my childhood memories about talking to priests or whatnot, like, I really thought about that, but I definitely try to hone in on just like the understanding the dark aspect of life, dark energies, or whatever it is that you want to say.
You do have to witness a lot of quite horrifying things in this film. People, destroying themselves and blood, and not to mention the devil.
Yeah, there's that.
Say there is that, yes. But what would you say is like one of the most scary things for horror fans in this film?
I think it's the fact that it could possibly happen. There's a lot of stuff going on right now that's not, they kind of, I don't know if you believe it or not, or if you can believe it, but I'm like, there's, the Pope just said that the Antichrist was here last, that he's on Earth, and that's the Pope, so you're like, it kind of makes you think, and, in what form, and, he's a really well-respected person, and for him to say that kind of, I don't know, just makes you think a little bit.